Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Yes, congratulations because yes, you had as many hits tonight with runners in scoring position as your Baltimore Orioles. What a shit show. What a absolute shit show. Let's call it what it is. That was beyond one of the most pathetic performances this team has ever graced this earth with. That was bad. That was bad. I would argue to say there was very few, if anything, good happened tonight in the Baltimore Orioles game, but we're going to recap it anyway because that's what we do here on Kevin and Zach Reacts. Kevin will be here momentarily. Let's talk about it. The Baltimore Orioles finished tonight 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Yes, you heard that right. That is a 0 followed by a 1-1. 11 times the Orioles stepped up to the plate with runners in scoring position. 0 times that at bat resulted in a hit. And let me tell you, you ain't going to win a lot of ball games like that. They left 10 guys on base. Another just stat that sticks out to you. And if you thought this team was reliant on the home run before, tonight was the epitome of it. It was the peak. You saw it all. Austin Hayes thought he had a shot. It looked out of here. Robbed by old Mount Baltimore. Adley Rutschman looked like he had a 2-run blast. Robbed by Mount Baltimore. And then Jordan Westberg looked like he hit it to the moon. A foot higher, it would have been gone off Mount Baltimore. The Orioles get 0 out of it. A big fat 0 shutout for the third time this year. Third time this year the Orioles have been shut out, and this one was just embarrassing to watch. They looked lost out there. After the first inning of the game, Imanaga was clearly did not have his best stuff. And the Orioles made it look like he had his best stuff by the way they were swinging at his pitches. They were swinging early in the counts. The Orioles worked the hell out of Imanaga's count in the first inning. I want to say it was up to 29 pitches, round 30, give or take a pitch or two. And then after that, it was done. There was no more patience. There was no more work in the counts. It was swing, 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 get outs fast, get guys on, don't get them over, don't get them in, rinse, repeat, ball game over. That's what happened. Thank you, Kiran. He 29 pitches in the first inning. So this is what I'll ask you guys in the comments. You can make one move right now. Is it in the minors? Is it bringing someone up? Is it a trade? What right now? What move are you making tomorrow? Are you bringing Kobe Mayo up? Are you bringing Stowers up? What is your move? Because honestly, right now, the Orioles need something. The Orioles need to find something because it ain't working what they've done the past up to 3 series. You've had Seattle, you've had Oakland, and now you have the Cubs. All 3 absolutely abysmal. Abysmal with runners in scoring position. Remember, guys, last year the Orioles were not a big home run team. This was not a big home run team. This was a team that led the league, number 1 in all of baseball, with runners in scoring position. And that's why it felt like at times they could not lose because they'd get one guy on, the momentum would start, and there would go the merry-go-round. Everyone was scoring. This year, if it ain't coming in on a home run ball, if it's not the long ball, it ain't coming in. They're not scoring if it's not off the long ball. And if I would sit here and tell you it did not worry me, I would be lying to your face because it is a massive issue. The Orioles offense is one-dimensional. They live and die with the home run ball, and if it's not going out in October, this team is going out really fast. It's as simple as that. If the ball ain't flying out in October, the Orioles' hopes are flying out the window. This team just simply relies on the home run ball way too much. If you can't get runners in scoring position in, then you can't win ball games. I mean, yeah, Corbin Burns did not have a great start. He did not have his stuff. He allowed 3 runs over 6 innings, another quality start. And all honesty, it should have been 2. It should have been 2. They had that crappy ground ball to Gunnar Henderson, hits off the base, double. That's what it was. It was just one of those nights. That when that stuff happened, you knew it. When Jordan Westburg's ball didn't leave the yard, you knew they weren't scoring. This team was just all around, they're off. They're off. And I think this team just they need this all-star break more than anything. More than anything. They just need to get to this all-star break. The Yankees are coming in town this weekend. Before, when the Yankees and Orioles met, what is it now, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? It was like unstoppable force meets immovable object. Now it's 2 teams that can't buy a win going up against each other. The Yankees do beat the Rays tonight. Funny, I was obviously, as you guys know, I like to hate watch the Yankees along with this, and the Orioles weren't doing anything for me. So I decided, okay, going to watch the Yankees game as well. Do you guys know that the Tampa Bay Rays were 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position and left 12 on base? The 2 games I watched, the team I wanted to win, combined for 0 for 21 with runners in scoring position and left 22 runners on base. I mean, Yankees won 2-1, but they didn't. Yankees also went 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. The entire AL East currently, I just looked this up, actually. It's about to be a tweet if Toronto can hold up. The entire AL East tonight, as of right now, before the Toronto Blue Jays game started, are a combined 1 for 30 tonight with runners in scoring position. The AL East is 1 for 30 tonight with runners in scoring position. And you know what that one hit was? An infield single by Tyler O'Neill. The entire division decided we aren't hitting with runners in scoring position right now. I don't even know what to tell you. But back to the Oriole game. I had to get that rant off about how it just seems like no one can do any right now involving the Orioles. I mean, come on. I mean, this game was just, it was one of those where every single flaw was brought out. I can't blame the bullpen. The bullpen held them to a fantastic. Bullpen did great. Bullpen was fantastic. Obviously, the only run being in the 9th inning with that little broken bat bloop shot. Whatever. That happens. It had no impact on the game. So tomorrow I'm seeing Grayson. Tomorrow, actually, no, it is Albert Suarez. Albert Suarez versus Justin Steele. Their ace. This is going to be fun. Home run or bust. I mean, me and Kevin have talked about, we've screamed it for months now. We've been doing this post-game show over a month now, month and a half. It's probably since the beginning. They rely way too much on the home run ball. If guys aren't hitting home runs, they're not winning games. And it's the biggest thing that concerns me. It's the biggest thing that concerns me is even tonight, they had 3 balls that I bet you they will say they thought were out. Westberg, Hayes, and Adley, all that didn't clear Baltimore. If those 3 get out, the Orioles won 5-4. But does that change anything? Does that change the fact that they're so home run reliant? That wouldn't have changed anything. Like, yes, it would have been dope to get this win, but at the same time, it's the principle of this team is home run or bust. It's go out there and hit it 500 feet or hit a dribbler to the pitcher. When they have men in scoring position, they don't have a let's get him in mentality. They have a we swing for the fences mentality. And that's why we see so many guys striking out. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is when these guys are going down looking looking. Adley Rutschman, coming back from that rain delay, I think everyone and their mother knew Adley was looking at that first pitch. Little obviously did, throws it, boom, strikeout, see ya. That was a wasted at bat. And now we're making a pitching change, wasting everybody's time. I mean, it was bad. This team is not playing good baseball, and they need this all-star break badly. Badly. Something I'm concerned about. A player I'm concerned about, Colton Cowser. Colton Cowser. Over the past month, Colton Cowser is 0 for 16 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 16. Shout out Abby for that one. Let me get the official stat. 0 for 16 and a walk. I'll give it to him. He's got a walk. I mean, this team all around, man. This team all around. It just feels like every single swing is for the fences. Yeah, it's really cool when the Orioles are hot and they're hitting 3-4 home runs a game, and we get to do the, Baltimore Power Company. We're winning the World Series, all that. It's fun. It's really fun. But when you go 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position, where I don't even know the stat. Can someone pull it back up? I think someone put in the chat earlier. Sorry, we have a lot of people in here right now. Appreciate all of you. Remember to like and subscribe. We do this after every Orioles game, win or lose. As you can tell right now, we will talk about it when they lose. The Orioles, since the Mariners series, abysmal with runners in scoring position. I mean, I think it's like batting 168 or something. I lied. There is a good here. There's a few goods, and you know what? We're going to talk about them. I've gotten on my soapbox. I've gotten all of that out. So now we're going to go to the good, because there were some good, some guys, give them their credit. Ryan Mountcastle, 3 for 4. Obviously would have liked for him to come up in that situation in the 8th inning. Would have much rather a hit been there, but I'm never going to knock a guy or say he didn't do anything if he went 3 for 4. Other guy I'm going to give a shout out, Heston Kjerstad. Shout out you. Shout out Heston Kjerstad, because he should be playing every single day, and he's not for some reason. But yet every single time, even in a useless game in the 9th inning, you know you're probably losing, he goes out there and gets a hit anyway, because the kid just rakes. Jordan Westberg, I'll shout you out just because you had the best swing of the night with that double. I personally don't know how Mountcastle didn't score on that, but I'm not going to nitpick a 4-0 loss on a single run. I mean, he's got the way that the ball was just dying in front of the wall. I understand why he has to play conservative there, but just annoying with the way that they're hitting with runners in scoring position, not to get a little aggressive. Is there any other guys that I'm like, okay, good job? Jacob Webb. Good job, Jacob Webb. I'll give good job to Perez, too. I know, obviously, he had the ball inside that hit Bellinger. Hope Bellinger's okay. But shout out Jacob Webb. Shout out Jacob Webb. Jacob Webb, man, he's got a 2.66 ERA. People have to start talking about Jacob Webb as probably the most reliable, if top two reliable relievers on this team. I mean, Jacob Webb comes in here, and it seems like every time he's just getting outs. Especially, he was rested for the first time and feels like forever coming into today. So he did well, making quick work, 3 up, 3 down on just 14 pitches. C-Money, appreciate you. I will clap. Appreciate you, C-Money. He says, it's a long season. Every movie has adversity before the happy ending. Look at the Yanks. They can't buy one either. Recover and rest and come out swinging after the break. Completely agree with C-Money. This is not by any means throwing out the season. This team can still win the World Series. Let's get that clear. I know we're all upset right now. I know it sucks, but this team can still win the World Series. Moves have to be made. Don't get me wrong, but this team can still win the World Series. They are the best offense in the league for a reason, but that doesn't change the fact that they're too reliant on the home run ball, and something's got to change there. So does this team have the potential to win the World Series? Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But they're going to have to change something. I don't know what it is, but when you're sending out 8 guys that are going to try to just hit 8 home runs in a row, you're not going to win ball games like that. These guys aren't connected right now, it feels like, in the lineup. They're not handing it over. They're not passing it off to each other. They're not building any momentum. It's like, oh, guy gets on first base. Here's an opportunity for a 2-run home run. Here's an opportunity for a 2-run home run. And that's just not what we can do. We get guys on first and second, less than 2 outs, swinging for the fences. The Orioles have the most times the Orioles have had bases loaded less than or no outs, and they've left them no runs the most times in all of baseball. So this team, I don't know. They've got to start. This is why, and I know people are controversial about this because of how he started with this squad. This is why I feel like eventually a guy like Jackson Holliday would benefit this team, just a straight on-base percentage machine, someone who's just going to get on base. I mean, right now, Mateo 0 for 3, O'Hearn 0 for 1. I'm not going to fault him. Calzer 0 for 4, McCann 1 for 2. I mean, the bottom of the order wasn't doing anything tonight. Not that the top of the order was. Rutschman 0 for 3, obviously the long fly out. But then you had 3 for 4 from Mountie, 1 for 4 from Tony, 1 for 4 for Westy, 1 for 4 for Hayes, but they couldn't get it all together. They couldn't string it together. They couldn't do it all in a row to get anything. And that's how you lose 4-0. That's how you lose 4-0. I mean, the game just it speaks for itself when you look at the stats. Sometimes you say, no, the stats don't tell the whole story. No, the stats told the entire story tonight. The entire story. These stats gave a perfect description with how just utterly painful tonight was, because every single inning the Orioles got guys on base. Every single inning it felt like they got guys in scoring position. Every single inning they couldn't do anything with it. That's just the reality of tonight. It's the reality of the past few games of the Orioles. It's at a point where if they're not hitting home runs, they're not winning ball games. It's going to be hard to go on from here in a manner of, okay, we can just continue with what we're doing. Because, yeah, the way that their offensive play has led them to 22 games over 500. They're 57-35. That's not something you can complain about. But at the same time, if you're solely reliant on one way to score, it's not going to work out. It's just not. Baltimore Bird, I'm saying right before, as Baltimore Bird comes on, welcome on Kevin Ostreicher. Kevin, we've said a lot. There's not been a lot of good things said. We gave our three guys we gave props to. We gave props to 4 guys. We said Burns didn't have his best stuff, but it happened. He's still got a quality start, his 15th quality start of the year. Mountcastle 3 for 4. Can't fault him for getting 3 hits. Westy Kerstead because he went 1 for 1, and then the bullpen.
Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're right. Corbin didn't have his best start, but it is an atrocity when this offense plays the way that this offense does this consistently. Offenses have bad days. Offenses score no runs sometimes. Offenses score 1 run sometimes. But this offense is too talented. They have too many talented players in that lineup to continue doing this over and over and over again. Teams go through rough stretches even, right? 3, 4, 5, couple weeks of games where the offense hasn't really figured it out and they have to get back on track. This has been a season-long trend. There have been multiple season-long trends of this offense going out there, and they can put up 17 runs in a game, but that's why it's so frustrating, because we see them do it, and then they can't get guys in with runners in scoring position. I don't know if you've read this tweet out yet. I'm going to pull it up quickly. It's from Jacob Calvin Meyer, who does a great job covering the team.
I don't think I brought up that tweet. Is it from the Mariners, Athletics, and Cubs series?
It's about runners in scoring.
Yeah.
Is it here? Orioles are 8-10 since their series win over the Yankees in June. Over the past 11 games, they've averaged only 3.5 runs per game. Since last Tuesday, they're 12 for 68 with runners in scoring position. That equates to a 176 batting average. It's them getting guys on base, 2 guys on, no out. Bases loaded, no out. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1 guy on, 2 outs. Every single runners in scoring position scenario you can imagine, this Orioles team has not been able to consistently do it. They do it sometimes, but here's the reality. They haven't done it nearly enough recently. And you right as I popped on here, you were finishing your rant about the reality of this team right now is first of all, we're in July, right?
Yeah.
We are past the point, as I've said before, of, oh, this might just be a little early season thing. No, we're in the middle of the season. Like, there's no more, oh, this could just be a thing that we have to get out. They're getting out of their system a couple months ago. No.
I got to fix the pendant for the people.
For people, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just going to be like that, people. Sorry, so I'll just lower it down some so it won't bother you now.
Okay. But
it's just the Orioles are falling, man. The O's are falling. Look at that. This is what the Orioles offense looked like. Just flat.
Right, they're falling flat on their faces. I think we have to, and I don't know if you've talked about it. I've seen Mayo comments in the chat, but have you talked about it?
Kevin, let's talk about it more, though, because I think we just need to talk about anything. We need, the way I put it is like, we need anything to get a boost to this team. Anything.
And
I do want to say, and I've seen this comment a lot about people worrying about this. They said Mayo's defense is improving anyway. I want to bat. I could care less if you like it. Like right now, our defense is good, but this offense needs a spark. So even if his defense was not improving, wow, I just did that fast. Even if his defense wasn't improving, I'm not sure if I'm sitting there like, oh, we can't bring him up yet because what if he makes a few errors? We need a spark in this offense right now, because if I don't care how many errors we make or don't make, when you score 0 runs, you ain't winning a ball game.
Yeah. I mean, again, everyone's talking about, oh, Corbin didn't have his best stuff, which is true. We can say that. But when he only gives up 3 runs, you should be able to win the game. Like, sometimes the pitching staff just doesn't have it and the offense scores 4 runs or something, and it's, like a 9-4 game or something. That happens. Sometimes, it's like 7-5 and your offense can muster together some stuff. The pitching staff doesn't hold it together. More recently than not, even though the pitching staff has its own issues, which we've been very vocal about, it's just an everything issue right now. It's like yesterday. It's an everything issue. Offense, defense, pitching. But here's the thing. The Orioles most likely are not going to go out there and acquire a bat. This is going to come from in-house. This is going to be Kobe Mayo. This is going to be some of those guys. I'm not expecting a Luis Robert on this team. I know you'd love Tommy Pham for the vibes, but I mean,
That's only if we get in the fights, though. That's solely. Although right now, and we can get into it, the way that the Orioles, and this is an issue, is the Orioles have too many left-handed outfielders. Like, let's just call it what it is, because right now Colton Cowser is being forced to only play lefties and not righties, because against righties, they're letting Kerstead in, they're letting Cedric hit. So now you're forcing Cowser to only face lefties pretty much. He's only started 1 game against the past 5 righties, I believe, 5 or 6 righties. He's started 5 straight games against lefties. His OPS is 100 points lower against lefties. He's not a great hitter against lefties at this point in his career, but we're forced to put him there because that's the only time we can get him playing time because everyone is so reliant on these matchups right now. And it's just like, why? Like, our only options were just like, okay, well, does this lefty hit better off this lefty? Does this righty hit better off this? We need more. That's why everyone's like, get rid of Austin Hayes. He is our only right-handed outfielder. We need Austin Hayes. Obviously, Tony's a switch hitter, but we need Austin Hayes because when lefties get put in there right now, he's the only one doing stuff.
Yeah. But this is mainly like, again, if you're going to give up your prospects, do it for pitching. Because if you have to weigh one or the other, then you start to dive into, okay, but I saw comments under, posts tonight that were, Orioles lose 4-0. And it was, the Garrett Crochet, go get Fetty. I'm like, that doesn't help anything tonight. It was the offense. Like, Garrett Crochet is not hitting a grand slam. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he does. Maybe they pinch hit him and he goes crazy.
Get Madison Bumgarner back here from the old time.
Man, get Bartolo, man. We need a spark.
Fun fact, and I'm bringing this up solely for vibes right now because I saw this earlier today. Madison Bumgarner hit more grand slams in one season than Derek Jeter did in his entire career. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in.
You know why you know that? Resident Yankees fan, Zach Bollinger with the Yankee stats. Always.
Dude. So. Yeah. So I guess I don't know if you were here for this. So currently the Blue Jays are still playing right now. I'm watching that game actually right here. The Giants are up 2-0 with the bases loaded. But the entire AL East tonight is a combined 1 for 30 with runners in scoring position, and that one hit is an infield single by Tyler O'Neill for the Red Sox.
Man, I'm telling you, with the way that this club has been playing recently, it just sucks because you have your biggest series of the weekend coming up, or biggest series of the season, coming up against the Yankees. You wanted to have some level of momentum. I think the Orioles got very lucky here. And
we have one more game, people. We have one more game. After tomorrow, we will never have to see the NL Central. I don't expect any of them to go to the World Series.
Yeah, you better hope not.
NL Central, hopefully, again. We will not see them the rest of the year, and it might be the best thing to happen to this Baltimore Orioles team.
Yeah, and John makes a good point here. They are tired, but we can't make we can't use the tired excuse as the only thing. Like, we have to talk about what's going on, but they are tired, and the break will help. I think it's coming at a really good time for them just to reset a little bit mentally and physically.
Orioles swept the Rays. That unfortunately, that is 3 of the 4 wins. That's 3 of the 4 wins. We're what would that be against the rest? 1-10. We're 1-10 against the rest.
And Shante makes a point here. I wish the players could get out of their own head when it comes to scoring runners and scoring position or hitting in general, for that matter. Ryan has talked about the mental side of baseball and sports in general, and just when there is a groove, positive or negative, it can rub off on the team. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now, where the long ball is really the only way this team is scoring runs. But, at the end of the day, they have to be better, right? The goal of this show is for us to come on here and give the team and players praise when it is due and give criticism when it is due. We don't want to be overly positive. We don't want to be overly negative. We want to be fair and we want to be just.
Season's over.
Well, that's the other part is, yes. So sometimes it slips through the cracks. I think
season's over, Kevin.
You know what you need? You know what? 2 things here.
Season's over.
I'll take the fall for this because the Orioles are 0-2 since I came back from Ohio. So
actually, so I want to talk about this real quick. So Corbin Burns said he's still deciding if he's going to pitch the All-Star break because he does have 2-week-old twins. Please don't go, Corbin. I need this entire. That's why I've come to terms with Craig Kimbrell not being on this team. I kind of don't want anyone to go. I'm kind of almost against Gunnar in the home run derby right now because they just need rest. Just go relax for 6 days, 5 days. Gosh, it's only 4 days. Man, they really have shrunk this. I mean, maybe it's always been 4 days, but I feel like it's just like, I feel like it used to be closer to a week, and now it's just, they literally just get Monday, Tuesday. That's home run derby all-star game. So Gunner's going to have 2 days off.
Yep.
Come on, Gunner. Like, I would almost just rather them stop. I know I sound
he's not gonna.
I'm getting people to agree with me in the chat, and I appreciate you guys, but I do feel like old man yelling at clouds, like they need rest. Don't go to the All-Star game. It's just childish. Like I do feel like that in some way, but at the same time, like don't pitch if you don't have to, Corbin. Like I do think he's gonna start though.
He's gonna start it. He's gonna start it.
Because especially with him no longer pitching on Sunday, we were thinking it was going to line up Sunday and then he would be out. Then it would be an easy. He wouldn't decide. I think he's going to wait to see if he starts. I think if he starts, he'll do it just because I think that is a cool thing to like start the All-Star game.
Yeah. Do you want to see more consistency in the lineup? Here's a comment from Oriole Orange saying we have a team of rookies and our manager's asking them to be more versatile and adaptable than 10-year vets. I think at this point we're all in agreement that Heston should be in the lineup every day. Like, yeah, that should be it.
If you mean guys like playing everywhere in different positions, not really, because I feel like the guys who do it the most, like Jordan Westberg and stuff, Santander, O'Hearn, like the guys that really get pushed around, like sometimes they're DHing, sometimes they're outfield, sometimes first base, sometimes second, sometimes third. They're like actually our most consistent players. So it's like guys with like Cowser who has to play every single position, even though it's the outfield, like not much changes, especially if he's playing left field in Baltimore or center field elsewhere. You just got to cover a lot of ground, Anyway, I don't know if that necessarily has anything to do with it. I think just the fact that they're young. Like these guys, I saw a comment a few minutes ago. These guys are all so young. Like asking to be consistent for 162 for guys this young, it's the downside to having this young of a team. Like we all love how young this team is. We all love the potential and the future. But at the same time, it's like a young team will go through growing pains. And right now, 8-10 in their last 18. I mean, it's tough. Not going to sit here and say, and a lot of people are saying this should have been the time we ran away from the Yankees, 100%. But I'm going to also say this was the best time to go 8-10. Because before this, remember the Yankees were going on stretches where they were like going 15-3 in their last 18. Like that's the streaks they were going on for a little bit. If we would have done that then, we would literally be like 11 games out of first place right now. Like that's like, yeah, we're just both going through it at horrendous times.
Yeah. And I mean, I especially in this conversation with Heston, it's like, he goes 2 for 4 and then they sit him the next day. Like it's almost like what message? Yeah, there you go. Clean up Rubenstein, clean up spot. I'm telling you, put him in there. But I mean, look, if Heston goes 2 for 4 and you sit him the next day, I mean, what message does that send? I think he's done enough, especially early on when he was back up, having good hits, good starts, you could understand it. But he's been so consistent. The Orioles need offense. Like, why wouldn't you play him? Like, what message does it send if you're saying, all right, we need offense. Heston just went 2 for 4. All right, you're not in the lineup today. I get baseball is very matchup based.
No, and that's the issue.
Yeah, small ball has to be more prevalent as well.
Also, okay. I need to get this off my chest about Cedric Mullins. Cedric Mullins, at least every time he starts, at least once a game, the first pitch of his at bat, he goes to lay down a bunt, especially if guys are on base. He's yet to get one down. But I swear it's every game. And that's just the most confusing part because I'm like, is he just trying to throw off the pitcher? Is he just like, that's what, like, I think he's trying to do small ball, but like, then he'll like miss the bunt and then he just continues his at bat. But it's like the weirdest thing. Like, I swear he's attempted to bunt the first pitch of an at bat like 30 times over the past 2 months, and not a single one has got down, and then he just continues with his at bat. And it's just, that's one of those things where I'm very confused if he's trying to play small ball or if he's like trying to get a base hit off of it, but then he just abandons it. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, if there is an adjustment I want to see coming out of the All-Star break, it is more small ball. I think it would help. It will help them. And look, I mean, you got to, if you get the guys with runners in scoring position on base and you play small ball, you got to get them in somehow. But I think it's for consistency and momentum. I really hope that we see a little more of that. Again, as we've talked about, and you've made the point, Zach, I think we see more Adley at catcher, which frees up more of the lineup, especially at DH. So Heston getting more opportunities. At this point, I'm going to say when Kobe comes up, him getting opportunities. But like, I don't know. What do you think the right time to bring Kobe up is before the Yankee series, or do you think it's going to be after the All-Star break?
It's going to be after the All-Star break.
I
just find it so, as much as I would love for it to happen just to be a spark.
Me too.
Like, it just doesn't make, just kind of try to get vibes back after the All-Star break. Right now, let's say this: if the Orioles go 2-2 over their next 4 games, so that would be you win the Yankee series, and then let's just say either we lose tomorrow and then so if we go 2-2, there's not even 4. Yeah, there are 4 games left.
There, yeah. Or is the Yankees game only 2?
No, it is 4. Like, if we go 2-2 over the next 4 games,
all right, yeah, right.
Whatever. Lose tomorrow. I would prefer to lose tomorrow than take 2 of 3 to the Yankees, but like, that's just me.
Were you done?
And I'm just like, I'm trying to. I'm asking,
yeah, I thought you were.
Like, would you take just win 2 of the next 4, and then go from there?
I'd be fine with that. Like, if they. I mean, if they get swept to win 2 of 3 of the Yankee series, yes, I will take that.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah, I would get swept tomorrow and take 2 or 3 from the Yankees for sure. It gives you a little more breathing room. I think a lot of people now are. If we're talking about like threat meter, I feel like the Red Sox are a lot of people's threat as opposed to the Yankees right now. But
2 games out again.
I know.
Yeah, so Yankees game is Cole, Heel, Rodon versus Povich, Grayson, and Dean Kramer.
Man, do I wish Burns was starting one of those games, man. Because he would have started Sunday, right?
You want to start Sunday.
Yeah. You know what? This is the NL curse. The Orioles have to go through the NL curse because Lamar Jackson is so good against the NFC. Can't have both. Baltimore can't have both. Yeah. Outside of conference, the Ravens are so good against the NFC. The Orioles are so bad against the NL. It has to be that way.
It makes no sense. I mean, it's what we talked about before the series. The Cubs are a desperate team. The Cubs are fighting for their lives right now. The Orioles are just trying to scratch and claw to get to that All-Star break. The Cubs are fighting to stay in this thing. That's the difference. Is the Cubs look like they need to win these games. The Orioles are just flat right now.
You know what? Here's the thing, Zach. We're talking about the Cubs as a desperate team. You think with the Yankees and all the struggles they've had, they're going to be one heck of a desperate team too, coming into Camden Yards here. Now, if the Orioles get swept, maybe that will make their desperation a little more. Not that they're desperate in terms of like in the standings, but hey, you know what? A couple bad series and you will be. So you have to be able to get back on track here because you don't want to be in a situation where you have to fight for that playoff spot. You want to have stability. They have had it They are still a good team. They're still in good position, but you can't squander that and spoil it because guess what? It's just like in the NBA. You can be up by 20 points in the fourth quarter, but guess what? If you don't play up to your standard and there's a desperate team on the other end trying to claw back in, you let your guard down, the desperate team comes back 9 times out of 10. You have to be able to keep your guard up, figure things out. They know they're talented. They know they're good, but they also know they're not playing well. And two things can be true at the same time. You know what else can be true is the offense and the pitching right now both have not been great, but the Orioles need pitching help far more than they need offensive help. I have more confidence in the offense getting back on track than the starting staff right now because the starting staff is already stretched super thin. The bullpen is stretched thin. The offense, at least there's talent that you can bank on, even though both have been trends of inconsistency all year, especially with the starting staff, especially like the last, 2-3 weeks ever since Bradish went down. But this offense has to get it together with the guys that they have, plus the guys that maybe come up here like a Kobe Mayo. The pitching staff will probably get some reinforcements here over the next couple of weeks. But when you're talking about offensive changes, and Stan's saying offense needs changes, those changes will be all of that. And I see the comment about Burns starting yesterday so he can play against the Yankees. Both Zach and I have said that we don't really understand that decision. I personally, Zach, would assume that it's because he wants the All-Star game situation thing. I don't know what it is. I'm not
honest. I think in a lot of cases they looked at Burns and like they would love to have him
or freshness.
Yeah, I think they were like, listen, we've lost pitchers already. We are going to get you guys to that All-Star break, him and Grayson. So,
and again, I've seen a few more comments about Kerstead. Without a doubt, Kerstead needs to be playing every night. It's just stupid, especially the way he's just mashing the baseball against lefties, against righties. It doesn't matter. He needs to beat every single time.
Yeah, and Steven saying Burns could have started yesterday. Yeah, it would have been regular rest for Burns yesterday, and then he could have started Sunday against the Yankees still on regular rest. But they decided to push him to today to, again, whether it's the All-Star thing or just for health. So, one of the two.
Tim, I love it. Tim, awesome idea. Tim, appreciate it. Hear me out. When Kerstead walks up to bat, everyone goes, shh, for Silent J, just like the move for Cowser. P.S. Hi, fellas. How's it going, Tim?
What's up,
Good
Tim?
to see you. Appreciate you.
Or you just go, shut the like,
the whole stadium at
the whole stadium.
That kind of would be electric though if everyone at the same time was like shh. Like as soon as his he has an abrupt cutout for his song, walk-up song, and everyone goes shh.
And when he homers, the whole stadium is just silent. No reaction. That's it.
Yeah. That's silent treatment every time. So all right, Kevin, this is what I said. This was before you got on here.
You can make one move tomorrow. What is it? Is it Kobe Mayo?
Yes.
You're trying to get this spark back. In my
Yes.
mind, obviously I just said I think they're going to wait until after the All-Star break.
Here's the thing.
But you got if there was ever a time this offense needed as far, Kobe Mayo, by the way, hit another home run tonight.
It's the similar situation to Jackson, except Kobe has a much larger history of doing it, and it's been more consistent this season in terms of just what they need. I remember when Jackson was down there and he kept hitting homer, double, single, 3-hit games, 2 home run games. Everyone's like, call him up, and they called him up. And that was after 2 weeks. This has been a season-long thing for Kobe. Not that Jackson hasn't gotten back on track since he got sent back down, but
now let's have this conversation because people are talking about in the comments. Who do you send down? Who do you DFA?
This is exactly what I was going to say. If the Orioles are not breaking up Kobe Mayo because they're trying to find a trade partner for Ramon Urias, or they are concerned about Ramon Urias and getting claimed off of waivers or all that, look, Ramon Urias was with Baltimore for some really dark days. He was a part of some really, really bad teams, and I will forever respect him for that. And it's not like he hasn't done anything this season. But the Orioles need Kobe Mayo right now far more than they need Ramon Urias. And I know, Zach, you've predicted a trade. At this point, the season is not over. The sky is not falling. This team is still good, but they need something. They need something sooner rather than later.
I think the trade can come through the pathway
if you DFA him. Mm-hmm.
I think it could be very similar to Mike Baumann, where they DFA him, and then a team like the Mariners, and it's actually funny. I could see the Mariners without a doubt, who need any offense anywhere, could take a flyer on Urias, but I think they DFA Urias. I think they then get some sort of trade and get they're going to get a decent player for Urias. Now, I'm not saying a top 100 guy. I'm not saying even someone that would be in the top 10 for the Orioles system, but I could see them randomly getting like a team's 14th best prospect, 15th best prospect for Urias, because teams value that Gold Glove versatility. It's just at this point, especially with how the Orioles offense is and with how many other great fielders they have, that doesn't move the needle for the Orioles as much as it could for other teams that want versatility. They want that sort of bat that can come out of in pinch hitting, because he's done a hell of a job pinch hitting this year. Hell of a job. I have stats I remembered from Twitter. I think he's hitting like 300 pinch hitting. Don't quote me on that. It's somewhere around that. But I think a team is going to value Ramon Urias, and they'll give like the 15th best prospect in their farm system, because I think the Mariners gave us like their 12th or something for Baumann. Like teams value guys so differently, and I think teams will jump at the fact if Ramon Urias is available on waivers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's no one else. I mean, I don't even know if you can make an argument for anybody else. I don't think you can, unless you want to send a pitcher down, but they shouldn't do that. You can't. I know. Like, it should be Urias. It should be. And again, it's tough. I mean, Urias has defensive versatility, although the errors don't necessarily help that title. But at the end of the day,
do the Mariners have his brother?
Do they? I don't know.
Continue. I'm
sorry. Yeah, but they need something, and if they are concerned about, we need to throw in Urias in a trade or get stuff.
They do have Urias' brother, the Mariners, Luis.
Do they? Then there you go.
Make it happen. Send us back Baumann.
Yeah, Julio Rodriguez.
I know the chat won't like that, but send us back Baumann. I would so rather have Baumann than, I guess Baker's been playing well, but
no, I mean, the first guy to go down for me in that bullpen is Aiken right now, and then Tate, and then Baker. Hot take.
Yeah, Tate, man, Tate.
Is he the last remaining piece not named Kramer from the big overhaul with Manning and Scope and Britton and all those guys? It's Kramer and Tate, isn't it?
Kramer, Tate. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else we've acquired. Shout out Pat Vallejo. He's not obviously on the team, but just
Zach Pop, Yusniel Diaz.
Zach Pop is actually playing for. We just faced him.
Yeah,
is Zach Pop in the Toronto Blue Jays? Is he on the Blue Jays?
Yes, I think he is now, because he was with the Marlins for a while or a little bit.
Yeah.
Then he went to the Mets or something.
Or
but I think that's it.
He's on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's only. Oh, all right. Yeah, Birdland saying Bruce Zimmerman technically. From I think he was he the Britain trade?
He was in the Braves. He was.
Oh, that's right. That was
Roll Dons, baby. Roll Dons. RDR. Yo, drop the RDRs in the chat. You know who you is.
Are you gonna get even one of those in the chat?
I don't know. That's why I asked for it. I wanted to say. Yeah, it was for Gosman.
Yeah, it was for Gosman.
Shout out to everyone in the chat.
What was the guy's name? Jean Carlos Encarnacion.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to be.
I thought. Yeah, remember Luis Ortiz for Scope.
Luis Ortiz. Then he actually started doing semi decent with the Pirates 2 years ago, and then he's back to really not doing anything. That was a Dan Duquette masterclass.
That was a Dan Duquette disaster class. Yes.
Although, so here's the thing,
dude, I remember when that Machado package was going to be Who were their like top 2 prospects? Dodgers farm. Can I look up the
So-
Dodgers farm system from like 2018? It was gonna be
so
Gavin. It was gonna be Gavin Lux.
Gavin Lux
It was-
and Dustin May.
That's
right?
right. Yep. Exactly. It was
And
gonna be those
the
two,
Orioles
and they got
decided not
neither.
to- They decided not to do it because they wanted more quantity over quality. So they took Yusniel Diaz as the headliner. And okay, now let's look at it this way. Gavin Lux has been far from great.
Sure.
He would not be starting on this team. And
Yeah.
Dustin May is he just battles arm issues. Like it's funny looking back. That Dodger system was so crap. We could have gotten. Was that when Alex Verdugo? Yeah, Verdugo was.
Was he still in the system at that point?
Yeah, I think we were potentially looking at Verdugo. I remember the Yankees wanted Machado bad, and it was whether or not they would give up.
Wasn't it Andujar?
It was Andujar or Gleyber Torres as the things. Could you imagine if we would? Oh my God! If we would have given them Manny and gotten Gleyber Torres, who they're running out of New York right now, or Miguel Andujar, who is out of baseball and now is raking with the Athletics. Miguel Andujar.
Crazy.
Okay, I saw a mock trade today where the Orioles acquired Miguel Andujar, and like that would be talk about time being a flat
For
circle.
what though?
It was for not great prospects. It was like in our, I think Judd Fabian was the top guy we gave up.
Yeah. Right.
So it was not. It was him and then a lower pitcher. But it's funny if it would have been like.
Sorry, I was gonna bring up. Was it Bueller? Was Bueller a part of the conversation?
Oh, was Walker Bueller? Dude, if Walker, there's the one. He's definitely the only one on their top 100 that did anything.
I mean, Verdugo is not like a bad player.
Oh well, yeah. I guess. I'm thinking of more like superstar. Verdugo had his moments for sure. Verdugo, without a doubt, had his moments. He was a damn good player for the Red Sox, and he's kind of fallen out with the Yankees.
Did they ever think of it? Was Will Smith ever in those conversations? Was he even in the system at that point?
That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so 2018 MLB prospects. You know who the number one prospect in 2018 was? Jesus.
Wasn't it the Gavin Lux?
No, it was Shohei.
For the Dodgers?
No, that was for the Angels. But
wait, who's the Dodgers' number one prospect?
Okay, hold up. 1 second. I want to read off this top 10 because this is kind of electric. It went Shohei Ohtani, Ronald Acuna, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Eloy Jimenez, Gleyber Torres, Victor Robles, Nick Senzel, Fernando Tatis Jr., Forrest Whitley, and Michael Kopech. Michael Kopech, shout out Michael Kopech. Immaculate inning today. 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 outs. That's good for you. But all right, now I'm going to the Dodgers. Okay, now we're looking at the Dodgers 2018. If I could spell.
Because wasn't he as their 3rd best prospect or 5th best prospect?
Yeah, this is stupid. It's saying
Dodgers farm system 2018. All right, here.
Yeah,
top 20 prospects for 2018.
Is it also showing you as Shohei on this thing?
No, I have Bueller, Verdugo, Keeber Ruiz,
Mitch White.
Never
heard.
Mm-hmm. Yadier Alvarez.
Will Smith was on that.
Starling Heredia, Yusniel Diaz, Jaron Kendall, Dustin May, Dennis Santana. So Will Smith was here. He was 11.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Sheffield, Trevor Oaks, Omar Esteves.
Tony Gonsolin was 24. He turned out into a damn good player.
Yeah, Gavin Lux here is.
Luke Raley was number 29 for them.
Matt Beatty's in this. God, man, all these prospects. Caleb Ferguson.
Kevin, what number is Kobe Mayo wearing when he inevitably is called up? Why do I feel like is anyone wearing like? No, that's McCann is so 27 or 28, right?
Let me look. He's 27. McCann is 27.
Yeah. I need to.
Do we think a number in the 80s? Do we think he goes full 80s?
No, if he gets a number in the 80s, I'll be so upset. That means he ain't staying for long. You need to give him a real number.
I'm gonna go in the 20s.
28.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the 20s.
I kind of Is anyone rocking that?
Yeah, I need to. I don't want to get exposed, a la Weaver Zach style here.
I'm kind of going. I'm going 23. I'm going 23.
I was gonna go 20. God damn it.
Well, find your own number.
God, all right, fine. I think it's gonna be 4. Where does that sound familiar?
No, I said I had a feeling that
he was gonna wear a retired number.
No, remember I said I want to say 4, and I was like, I can't say 4. I was like, that. I think that's retired. Yes, the whole Earl Weaver thing was a bad. That was a bad
look. Bad look. You know. Oh, I'm gonna go so bold here. You ready for this? You didn't say. Are you ready for this?
I'm kind of scared. Yeah.
29.
Wow. You think they just let him do Ramon like that after DFAing him?
I'm going to say 29. I'm going to say
29. I was going to
to
say the fact that, I'm not going to lie.
I was so close to saying it too. I was so close to saying 23.
Earl Weaver giving Zach, yeah, for real.
All right. Is my real guess.
I love it. That's messed up.
I'm gonna go 28. Nick, that would be diabolical. It would be diabolical.
It would be worse if Urias walks in the dugout into the clubhouse and it's already just says Mayo and he's like, whoa, like that. What is going on? They're like, Ramon, they hit the Moneyball thing. We can only have 26 players in the clubhouse at once. You got to get out of here. Kobe Mayo's standing at the door, like double Ramon Urias' height.
Yeah, I'm going to go 28, though, since I can't say 23. It's going to be 23. You're going to be right.
Well, now I'm feeling great about it. I hope we get that tomorrow.
Well, you said it's going to be after the All-Star break.
No, yeah. Well, that's why I just believe it's inevitably going to happen. But, like, the fan in me and the guy who wants this team to have a spark,
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That's the spark.
That is the spark.
Right in front of their faces. So.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Let's look at the Orioles farm system in 2018.
Jeez, that's not going to be good.
This is going to be a masterclass right here. Here we go. Let's do it. Austin Hayes, number 1. Ryan Mountcastle, number 2. Chance Sisco, Orioles legend, number 3.
Sisco.
Hunter Harvey, number 4. DL Hall, number 5. Mike Bauman, in this article known as Michael Bauman, at number 6. Tanner Scott, number 7. Cedric Mullins, number 8. Anthony Santander, number 9. DJ Stewart, another legend, number 10. Keegan Aiken, number 11. Adam Hall. Wow, what a legend, Adam Hall. What a throwback. I thought he was the next great thing.
He was – Chance Sisco is supposed to be what like Adley is right now.
I thought Adam Hall was going to be a star too early on.
Yeah, he was always breaking in the minors.
Yeah. Nestor Cortez. throw back to Rule 5, baby.
The lowest moment of his life. Never forget that. He said the lowest moment of his life was when he was cut by the 100-loss Orioles.
I don't blame him.
Maybe don't give up 2 grand slams in the same game, my guy.
Yeah. Omar Reyes. I thought he was going to be decent. Number 14. Zach Lowther, friend of the show.
Hey,
Zach Lowther, number 15. And
top half.
Yeah, Sam saying they had Nestor. Yep, Rule 5.
Yeah,
they got him in Rule 5.
He came up, pitched atrociously for us.
It was so bad,
and then we DFA'd him.
Yeah,
we did have Nestor. That's why he hates the Orioles so much, because we DFA'd him during a 100-loss season, and he is on record in an article quoted saying it is the lowest point of his life. I was like, that's a little dramatic, my guy. I was like, come on. I was like, it's not that bad. Like, we were all going through it.
Yeah. Jeffrey Ramirez, number 16. Pedro Arroyo, number 17. Jose Mesa, number 18. Cody Sedlock. Cody Sedlock. What I don't even know the word. I don't even know the word you want to use for Cody Sedlock. Bust is the word I'll use. And then Alex Wells. Alex Wells.
Damn, I forgot about Alex Wells.
I know. Everybody knows Tyler Wells. Not a lot of people know Alex Wells. So that's one. Then honorable mention, guys, Cameron Bishop, Trevor Crapport, Stephon Crichton. That's a throwback. Brendan Hannafy, David Hess. God, I don't even. Christian Alvarado, Jason Aquino. I remember Jason Aquino. Cole Billingsley, Brandon Bonilla. Are there any other guys I know here? Oh, Matthias Dietz, obviously. Mason McCoy. Shortstop. Mason McCoy, shortstop. Oh, Ryan McKenna. There he is.
Yeah, Ryan. I'm looking at 2016 right now. Hunter Harvey, number 1.
Wow.
John
Means. John Means, honorable mention.
Oh, let's go,
2018. Nick Vespi, honorable mention. Steve Wilkerson, throwback, legend. Austin Wins, Orioles Twitter meme legend. Austin Wins.
Oh yeah, the Orioles are stacking wins, baby.
Yeah, Jimmy Yacobonis. Love Jimmy Yacobonis.
What a name.
What about 2021? See, this is what happens after. This is what happens after losses. We just don't want to talk about the game anymore. So then we just do other stuff. Here are the Orioles 2021 top 30 prospects: Rutschman, Rodriguez, Kjerstad, Hall, Mountcastle, Hayes, Henderson, Diaz, Bauman, Kramer. Lowther got the top 10. Wow. Lowther was up there. Zach Lowther, he was up there.
Oh, shit. Friend of the program.
Is this true?
Yeah,
Jorge Mateo was the number 1 Yankees prospect 2016.
I think Jorge Mateo was the number 1 prospect in baseball in 2016. I literally have 2016 pulled up. No, he wasn't the number 1, but yes, he was. Where was he? Yeah, he wasn't number 1 prospect. Where is he? Was 30.
How old was Mateo when the Orioles got him from San Diego?
So what? That was 2 years ago now. He was not. He was like 26.
I didn't even realize Adam Hall still plays. Is it the Brewers?
Actually, I did feel like I'd seen that.
Adam Hall, Brewers. How's he doing? He is hitting 340. Oh, he's only had 53 at bats though.
Oh, yeah. Hey, good for you though. Good for you, Aaron. This is hilarious.
He hit 158. Oh, he just hasn't played over the last 2 years, really. Okay. What were you gonna say?
Do you want to hear the Yankees top 100, their top prospects in 2016?
Yeah.
Number 1, Jorge Mateo. Number 2, Aaron Judge. Number 3, Gary Sanchez. What the? I mean, it's just Miguel Andujar's 15. Jordan Montgomery, number 20.
Oh, there you go.
No one else is really doing anything.
Yeah. Oh, here it's Stowers. Yeah. Oh, Drew Rom. Dude, you know, I was so high on Rylan Bannon when they got him in the Manny deal, dude. I was like, this guy could the ultimate utility guy. Did not. All these guys are still playing. I didn't realize. Like Bannon is with the Mets. Rom is still with St. Louis after he got traded there. Sedlock's with the White Sox. I felt like I knew that.
Yeah, he just came back literally a month ago. He just re-signed.
Is he on their major league team?
No, he's in the minors, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't played. Here, Bradish, number 21.
For the Orioles in what, 20?
In 2021. Yeah. Here's Hernandez. He's 26. Oh, Luis Ortiz. I thought he was the next big thing too. That was the guy in the scope deal.
Yeah, we just had a whole conversation about Luis Ortiz.
Or no, wait. Who was I thinking about? Who was the big prospect that came over? Like the headliner of that deal?
Luis Ortiz.
No, it wasn't Luis Ortiz. Hold on.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Where'd they get Jonathan VR? Was that?
No, well, that was. Yes, they did, but that wasn't the headliner. It was
No, VR was definitely the headliner. Yeah.
Oh, they have the wrong picture for Luis Ortiz. Yes, Luis Ortiz was. It was Jean Carmona, who I'm thinking of. Is the other guy in that deal. Wow, this is what reading these old articles. Like Mike Moustakas getting traded from Kansas City to Milwaukee.
Dude, it's crazy.
Zach Davies, Oriole legend.
God, remember him?
God, they just had a whole Machado, Britton, Brock, Gausman, Scope. Man, but hey, VR was really good for the Orioles. He ended up turning around and giving them value. So
yeah, it was he had a good run.
Yeah, although I do think, Cube saying the Bundy trade was a big winner.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Shout out to
Big
Bundy.
winner.
He didn't become the ace of the Orioles, but he helped us get an ace.
Yeah, he was the ace of the Orioles in spirit.
Exactly. God, what a tough loss tonight, dude. What a tough loss tonight.
Yeah. Well, they got to get it tomorrow. Although I will take, I want them to win every game, but I will take a sweep to beat the Yankees 2 out of 3 times or sweep them.
Yeah, and let me see, where is the game tomorrow? I'm assuming at just regular time.
It's a
Or is it?
It's a 6:30.
I didn't know if it was a getaway day and they were gonna put it for the Cubs and put it at like 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize Mayo and Stowers went back to back.
Yeah. Yep. Gosh. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully in a better mood. Hopefully, I know we talked about just win the next 4. Just
do it. Just do it. You know, we talked about win 4 of the next 6 games before the Cubs series, and you know what? They've used up their 2 losses already. So go win 4 of your next 6. There you go.
This tonight, just everything about tonight, dude.
Oh, we have Lowther playing in the Mexican League. Did Lowther play in the Mexican League?
I know he's in the I think Pioneer League right now.
Yes.
Oh no. Holy shit. He's in he pitches in Tijuana. Oh my god, he pitches in Tijuana.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't think he was in the Mexican. I thought he was in a different league. I didn't realize.
No, it is the Mexican League. Yeah.
No, I know. I didn't realize. Wow. Now we have another reason to go.
Bro. We're so going to Tijuana. Dude, I've looked up pictures. Tijuana looks fun, dude.
Oh, no. This is because this literally happened a week ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going.
He was in the Atlantic League, and then on July 3rd, his contract was purchased by Toros de Tijuana.
Let's go. Let's go, Zach.
Congratulations to Zach on the Tijuana.
We are coming to Tijuana, I will tell you that.
Yeah.
Toros de Tijuana.
So I'm guessing they're the Tijuana Toros, which isn't that bull? Yeah, I'm pretty sure El Toro is a bull because they used to call what was his name? Pedro Alvarez was El Toro, the bull. So I think
we got to go to the Mickey Janis for Zach Lowther.
Oh my God, Mickey Janis for Zach Lowther in Tijuana.
Party every day.
This This is going to be epic. We're so going to Tijuana.
Oh man.
I need a translated app though, because I'm trying to read these articles about Zach Lowther signing, and they're just not in English.
Does it not automatically have the Google thing? Like,
no, it was a
translated
sketchy
word?
website I was just looking at. It was definitely not like a big website.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a good way to end the show.
Yeah. Well, that got some vibes back. It got some vibes back.
Wait, what team is No, okay. All of a sudden, Joe said Zach is pitching with Trevor. He's not. I was like, oh my God, is he actually?
No,
wait.
yeah.
No, wait.
I don't think so. I don't think they're on the same team.
No, he's not. He's on the Diablos Rojos. Yeah. But good for Zach Lowther. Hopefully we'll see him back in the in an organization in the majors soon.
Yeah. All credit. All credit.
Yep.
For
Shout
the
out,
vibes.
Brad. Shout out, Brad. Kevin and Zach reacts in Tijuana. That'll be electric.
Well, that'll have to be Zach on the street mode.
Oh. We want some real Zach on the street. Take me to Tijuana.
Yeah, when's the next Zach on the street? Zach on the streets of
Yankees
Baltimore.
come to town this week, so probably this weekend.
Are you going to be at the series or a game?
I think I'm going to go either Friday or Saturday. I'm going to go.
Okay.
I kind of want to go Saturday to watch Grayson.
Yeah.
But Povich is good at home. He's already beaten the Yankees. All right. I took Spanish for 9 years, Joe. I don't know a thing about it. So I will not be.
Yeah. I took French and got kicked out of my school's program because I was so bad at it. So
I love it.
That's how it goes. English all the way.
Yeah. Good shit. All right, Kevin. I think we've gotten enough.
We're now talking Mexican League baseball, so I think we've strayed away enough from the Orioles tonight. God, just a brutal loss. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Orioles lose 4-0. I talked about it. It's a bad night. Any final thoughts, Kevin? Things you just want to get off your chest? Things about the Orioles? Things not about the Orioles?
We have a Ryan Ripken show at the crack of dawn tomorrow, which is 12 p.m. It's very early.
That's early. Kevin's not even going to be. Kevin's got to set an alarm.
Which is so brutal, man. I hate alarms.
It's crazy.
I mean, you know, like you learn to hate the alarm.
Mm-hmm.
So when that thing gets blared, and I get paranoid about alarms, so I'm just like, did I miss it? Did I miss it?
Yeah, I do too.
Off? So like you wake up in a frenzy, you're like, oh my, like what? Well, did I miss it or not? So, yep. We're getting the show in bright and early tomorrow. Bright and early. I'm going to be very tired probably, but you know what? The grind goes on, the show goes on, and we show up. And we make good content here on the Ryan Ripken Show, Ryan Ripken Media. This is Kevin and Zach Reacts, by the way. We are going to eventually, probably sooner rather than later now, move this over to a separate channel. So we will have, again, you can hit that subscribe button for free. We will also have memberships if you want to support us over there as well. I think we'll start off by doing both. But
yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do with that.
But just wanted to get the message out there just in case people didn't know.
Yeah.
So we'll still be doing this. We react after every single Orioles game. And then, of course, the Ryan Ripken Show itself is live on Mondays and Thursdays at varying times. Sometimes 12, sometimes 2, sometimes 6. We have some pretty good guests lined up for tomorrow, too. So you want to tune in for that. So those are my closing remarks.
Yeah, and is the U.S. team playing right now?
Yeah, U.S. Canada.
Is that currently on?
Yep, I'm rooting for Jamal Murray.
So you hate America?
I never. Where did I say that? You're gaslighting me.
You're literally rooting against the country.
When did I say I was rooting against them? I said I'm rooting for Jamal.
What
I said
team
I'm
does
rooting for Jamal
play
Murray.
for?
I said I'm rooting for Jamal Murray. I know what team Jamal Murray is playing for. Jokic is
what
playing
team
for
is that?
Serbia. I'm also rooting for Jokic. If
Tough
Aaron
fight.
Gordon was on the U.S. team or MPJ, I'd root for them.
So
The Nuggets just signed Dario Saric, and if Croatia, so you just got the Nuggets signed Dario Saric, and 2 days ago, like literally 2 days after the signing, he got into a bar fight with Zubats. So
with him?
yeah, like, apparently they got attacked, but like Saric.
Oh, okay. I thought like
Saric was put in like a sleep.
random.
I don't know. Saric was put in a sleeper hold.
And now he's on your team. That's sad.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
So,
yeah.
Go Jamal Murray. Go Nikola Jokic. Go USA. There. Is that good?
No, I really don't accept that. But we
Come
will see you all
on.
tomorrow at 12 p.m. noon for the Ryan Ripken Show. We have some awesome guests planned on coming on. We have 2 of them actually, recurring guests. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. And then Kevin and Zach Reacts will be back immediately after tomorrow's game. So yeah, have a day, have a night, and we will see you tomorrow at noon for tomorrow's edition of the Ryan Ripken Show.